Moving over to China, and let's talk about its Belt and Road Initiative. China officially launched famous infra project, Belt and Road Initiative, known as BRI, around 5 years ago. But now recent study says Asia's largest economy has spent $240 billion just to bail out 22 developing nations between 2008 and 2021. The amount has soared in recent years as more have struggled to repay loans that was spent building Belt and Road infrastructure. Almost 80% of the rescue lending was made between 2016 and 2021, mainly to middle-income countries including Argentina, Mongolia and Pakistan, according to the report by researchers from the World Bank, Harvard Kennedy School, Aid Data and Kiel Institute for World Economy. China has lent hundreds of billions of dollars to build infrastructure in developing nations, but lending has tailed off since 2016, and this as many projects have failed to pay expected financial dividends. Chinese loans to countries in debt distress, it soared from less than 5% of its overseas lending portfolio in 2010 to 60% last year. The study found that Argentina received the most with $111.8 billion, followed by Pakistan of $48 billion and Egypt with $15.6 billion. 9 countries received less than $1 billion. Now, People's Bank of China, PBOC, its swap lines accounted for $170 billion of rescue financing, including in Suriname, Sri Lanka and Egypt. Meanwhile, bridge loans or balance of payments support by Chinese state-owned banks was $70 billion. Rollovers of both kinds of loan were $140 billion. Study was critical of some central banks potentially using PBOC swap lines to artificially pump up their foreign exchange reserve figures. The bailout loans are mainly concentrated in the middle-income countries that make up 4/5 of its lending due to risk they pose to Chinese banks' balance sheets, whereas low-income countries are offered grace periods and maturity extensions. China is negotiating debt restructurings with countries including Zambia, Ghana and Sri Lanka, and it has been criticized for holding up the processes. In response, it has called on World Bank and IMF to also offer some debt relief. WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.